Hi, how are you? It's that time again to tune in and see what our guidance is for the week ahead. What about that? How cool is that? The universe works fast when I'm having fun. That's a nice message. So there's a reminder to keep the vibe light, to keep positive and happy, and that's what vibes out into your field and that's what you attract. And then all the good stuff just rolls on in. Nice reminder. Okay, so I have cards and I have Australian animal cards again. I just had a visit from my buddy Joe from Sydney, so I'm all Australia'd up. So I wanted to get my animal cards out again, so let's be with those. So let's get quiet for a moment. Take a centering breath. Taking us away from the busy mind for a moment. What is my guidance for the week ahead? And here we have cards number 1, cards number 2, and cards number 3. 1, 2, 3. Which ones? Okay, good. Card number 1, cards number 1. 10 of Cups. There's a beautiful fulfillment, contentment card in the suit of, well, the water element, the suit of relationships and emotions. It's one of the, it's a sought after card in tarot because everything's wonderful on this level. On the emotional side of things, everything's feeling really quite blissful possibly. So it's a beautiful family card, nurturing your family. Maybe one of the strategies is keeping the family closely together and enjoying that, bringing everybody in. What else did I notate that might be interesting? Oh, stability. This gives you nice emotional stability. And a lovely word I found for this was tranquility. It's not a word I use very much, but isn't it beautiful? This is tranquil. So that's a lovely vibe for your upcoming week. Any other strategies for you here? Maybe as the week unfolds and you're not feeling this, then we need to look to the flip side of that, and that could be about your ego not being contented with what you have. Maybe you need to think about that because it's all there. So there you go, 10 of Cups. And I've got the lovely parrot to go with this, card number 2 in the Australian animal card deck. And some of the words here, nourishment. Can you see those? Nourishment, which is very 10 of Cups. Travel, that might be on the horizon for you. Beauty, the journey, inner beauty. So, you know, as far as 10 of Cups go, I really like that inner beauty and nourishment with this. Yeah, see what vibes for you there. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. 4 of Pentacles. Here's this grumpy dude. Such good guidance when this comes up, though. It's common. This comes up in my spreads, client spreads all the time. We get a little bit money orientated, so sometimes money on the brain with this card, and we can be holding on too tight to it at the expense of getting out there and doing all the good stuff. See, kind of holding on tight and hidden away. So that's one aspect of this. So it can be quite stable in a way too, so you're good at looking after your money. But in this particular deck, he is a little bit grumpy. Not in all the decks, but this one in particular, I don't think it's doing it for you. So I think we need to focus on spirit and emotions when we're in this vibe because it can get a little bit heady. So come back down into feelings. Let the feelings express. Let them guide you forward. And reconnect spiritually, I think, is helpful with this. But maybe on a superficial 4 of Pentacles level, have a look at where you're holding on too tightly and you need to actually spend some of that money so you can go forward into the things that you really want. What else is important here? Oh, yeah, maybe overdoing ambition. Oh, this is interesting. Are you neglecting something due to money? Or neglecting something due to thinking about money too much? There's something to ponder on. So we have the Crow is the card with this. Now that's quite a magical magical animal, magical symbol, the crow. And here we have, it says trust and going within. So we do need to come away from our head and get into a more spiritual vibe to access that. Law and counsel, fairness, and ancient ones is on here too. So that's another hint to tune in on a spiritual level when that energy is, let's have a look. When this energy is feeling consuming or, you know, sneaking up on you, and what I'm saying will start to relate. You've probably been in that vibe before, but come back into the trust. And I look at this and think, where can you let go a little more? Where can you loosen up a little more? All right, cool. And cards number 3, the 10, oh, not the 10, the 9 of Wands. So this is the suit to do with fire, the fire element. So spirit, action, it's the life force that fuels us forward. And this dude's having a pause. So this is maybe a recharge of your batteries time. You've done a lot of hard work. You're close to the end. You need a final deep breath to be able to pull this off. You're very determined, but you do need to reflect, and you're probably looking back on the journey somewhat as well. So time to take stock of how far you've come and know that you are determined to make a difference and that the end is getting close. So there's a lot of willpower with this energy, and it says that you've achieved a lot. A little more to go. You're nearly there. Resilience, dedication. Oh yeah, learn from your past battles. You know, he's got a bandage around his head, so there has been a few battles. So reflect and learn from that, and power on forward. Nice. Crocodile goes with that. Yee, creepy crocodiles. My brother lives up in Cairns, and there's crocodiles everywhere. I think I find that a little bit freaky, but I've lived in Darwin. Anyway, we could talk about crocodiles. I find them fascinating. But as a symbol, there's darker, hidden shadow stuff coming to the surface. Like, look at him just sitting there. So, ancient stuff. Does this have anything about ancient on it? Well, it's got past lives and it's got karma. So, yeah, we probably need to talk about those two things as well. But shadow stuff coming to the foreground. So maybe on this pause time, this recharge time, you might be getting stirred a little. What's coming to the surface? What healing is happening, and what can you learn from that? All right, so past lives, that, all the work that might be having you feeling frustrated or possibly complaining. It's not a complainy card, but if you're getting into that vibe, remind yourself that everything happens for a reason. And everything that's happened in this life behind us and lives before get us to where we are now. So that's what karma's about. Sometimes you've got to do the stuff to right what happened before, like crocodile before. All right, what else does crocodile say? Watchfulness, progress. Progress is one of the key words you often see with that card. So there you go. Check that out. See if anything else is vibing for you there. And that is your guidance for this week. See you next week.